Alright guys, hadn't made a full-length video in a while. Been doing mostly shorts. I actually tried to make a video earlier that was martial arts related, but not only did I receive a copyright strike, it got age restricted, and I don't know, that just pissed me off, so I went ahead and just made it unlisted. So I think a few people, a handful of people caught that, but I just don't give a shit, guys. If YouTube's gonna do that to me, then I'm just gonna stop making content like that and stick to the fitness related shit and just film some of my training. Today's workout was pretty rough. It was very, very hot. I think this might have been like the hardest workout I've had in a long time. Right here is my finisher. Just doing some, like positive only pistol squats, followed by full on pistol squats, trying to control the eccentric, aka the negative portion on the way down there. Like usual, the right leg looks pretty good, but the left leg looks a little bit shittier. Kind of hard to tell on film, but I can definitely feel the difference. For instance, check out my right leg here. Look how my knee tracks over my toe slightly. Okay, now watch the left leg here. Knee is, I don't know, it might be a little bit over my toe, but not as much as that right leg seems to be getting. And I can definitely feel it because my back rounds a little bit more on that side. I'm getting more into my hamstrings and glutes than my quads, and also my low back. But it's something I'm going to work on. I used to be a lot better at pistol squats, but I've not really practiced them consistently in damn near a decade. So we're getting back into it now to get some leg strength, mobility, and just some, good old-fashioned balance, which is something that's very important for climbing, obviously. Now, prior to this, I did half an hour of dragging the sled backwards and forwards. When I go backwards, I'm just going down the length of my yard, which might be 20 yards, give or take. I'm not really sure. And the only rest I get, so I turn my belt around and go in the opposite direction, moving forwards. So when I go forwards, I'm essentially going uphill a little bit, so it's a little bit more difficult. Sometimes I switch it up and do the backwards sled drags uphill. But today, I did the forward ones uphill, and when I do these, I try to lean forward a lot, so I can really drive from my hips and kind of get my knees well in front of my toes. I just get a lot more quad activation and also activation of the soleus muscle. Okay, my heels are off the ground, I'm doing it, and I'm getting all kinds of ankle work, guys. Been really hammering the feet and ankles lately. I'm even dragging the sled barefoot and doing all these exercises barefoot to work the feet a little more. After that, I did this exact exercise, but for reps. Right here, more just stretching as a finisher. Then also did some knees over toes split squats, which are more like a lunge or a front split. And you'll see that here in a minute. Did that for reps too. Then I finished with pistol squats, which you just saw, followed by this, just stretching a little bit at the end there, working on the form. I can tell my hips are not as flexible as they should be because my back goes round as I'm doing these. And I don't know, probably lasts like 15% or so of the range of motion there. But I think I'm getting better. And I still feel it in the right places. It's just a little bit of a backgrounding, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I would love for my hips to be taking, I guess, the brunt of that force rather than my back. And then here are the knees over toes split squats I was talking about. They're like a front split. When I do these, I'm on the second step of these little stairs here. And I try to go real slow with keeping the back leg as straight as I can until I feel like my knee touching the step in between my legs. And at that point, I will try to keep moving forward by lifting the front leg heel. At first that was pretty uncomfortable on my ankle, but now I'm getting used to it. My ankles are getting way more mobile and stronger, as are my knees. I've only been doing this about once a week, and it seems to be enough. I don't think I'd be able to handle more than once a week, to be honest, especially in this freaking heat. I'm just freaking borderline getting myself heat stroke out here. I mean, it's like freaking 99 degrees Fahrenheit with ridiculous humidity. I am in the shade, so that's nice, but it's still pretty rough. That's pretty much my leg routine lately, guys. It's been good, and I think it is helping. Now, this day is more of a quad dominant day. I'm really just hammering the quadriceps and the ankles more than anything, and kind of stretching my hips a bit with these unilateral exercises like the split squats. On other days, I try to choose more hamstrings dominant exercises. I'll probably do some glute ham raises. I'll still do some ankle exercises, but not on the sled. I'll just do like calf raises and stuff like that, tibialis raises. Then I'll do some squats, just body weight with pauses. And I think I'm gonna start doing some jumping training, because I've not done that in a minute. I could definitely use some more power and speed for my freaking lower body. I've got some dynamic bouldering I want to do in the future, so I think that'll help a lot. And it's also just fun to jump around, guys. That's pretty much it, man. Y'all be careful out there in the heat if you're working out outside, because I tell you what, man, I literally almost threw up. It's hard to tell looking at the film, looking at my face is all stoic and shit, but I'm like literally dying. I mean, I was about halfway through those sled drags, and I was like, holy shit, why am I doing this? But I just kept doing it. I was like, fuck it, let me just do it now. Don't gotta do it again for another whole freaking week. That's about it, guys.
The sweat stings my eyes. I see the reactions of my actions, but I never change them. Oh, God.